It usually starts in a quiet moment, maybe late at night, when the laptop finally closes, the messages stop, and the day becomes silent. You look at the clock, 11:48 p.m. The day was full. Meetings, emails, tasks, responsibilities. You were busy the entire time. And yet, there's a strange thought that appears. Why does it feel like nothing important actually moved forward? Not laziness, not lack of intelligence. In fact, this feeling often happens to people who are very capable. People who finished university, people with stable careers, people who wake up early, answer messages quickly, pay their bills on time. From the outside, their life looks organized, but internally, something feels quietly stuck. Take someone like Daniel. Daniel is 29. He works in a decent office job in a European city. His salary is respectable. Every month, around 3,200 euros enters his bank account after taxes. Then the routine begins. Rent, 1,200 euros. Car payment, 350 euros. Insurance and utilities, 400 euros. Groceries, 300 euros. Ad subscriptions, streaming services, gym membership, phone plan, another 200 to 300 euros disappears. By the time the month settles, Daniel still has money left, but something else has quietly taken control of his time. Routine comfort. Every weekday looks almost identical. Wake up, commute, work 8 hours. Return home mentally tired. Cook something simple. Watch something relaxing. Scroll a little. Sleep. Repeat. Nothing feels wrong with this routine. In fact, it feels responsible, predictable, safe, and that's exactly why it becomes dangerous. Because the human brain is designed to protect energy, not maximize potential. Protect energy. When life becomes stable, when bills are paid, when survival is no longer threatened, the brain naturally shifts toward comfort, not growth, comfort. This is why many smart people struggle to do the things that matter, not because they are incapable, but because their life is structured in a way that rewards maintenance, not meaningful progress. Every day becomes a system designed to keep things running exactly as they are. Stable job, stable apartment, stable routine, stable stress. And slowly, without noticing, the most important projects of their life stay in the background. The book idea, the skill they wanted to master, the business they once thought about starting. Not abandoned, just postponed, quietly, over and over. Here's the strange part. The smarter someone is, the easier it becomes to justify this. Smart people are excellent at creating logical explanations. This isn't the right time. Work is just busy this month. Once things settle down, I'll focus on it. And those explanations are usually reasonable, which makes them very convincing. Years can pass like this. Nothing dramatic happens. Life simply becomes maintenance. The cost of this isn't immediate. There's no sudden failure, no crisis. The cost appears slowly. It shows up in quiet moments. When someone realizes they've spent 5 years becoming extremely efficient at maintaining a life they never deeply chose. Financially stable, emotionally tired, mentally scattered. Because the brain spends most of its energy reacting, not creating. Emails, notifications, deadlines, responsibilities. These things fill the schedule completely. And by the end of the day, the most meaningful work requires something rare. Clear attention, which is already gone. But some people notice this pattern early. Not louder people, not more motivated people, just slightly more aware. They begin to understand a simple truth. The modern world will happily organize your entire life for you. Your job defines your schedule. Your rent defines your income needs. Your subscriptions define your spending. Your phone defines your attention. Everything fits together neatly, except one thing, your actual priorities. Quietly intelligent people start asking a different question. Not, how can I work harder? But, What in my life is quietly stealing the energy I need for the things that matter? Sometimes it's unnecessary complexity. Sometimes it's constant digital distraction. Sometimes it's a lifestyle that expanded slightly faster than their freedom. So they begin making small structural changes, not dramatic ones. They simplify obligations, reduce invisible commitments, protect small pockets of uninterrupted time. Not because they suddenly became more disciplined, but because they realized discipline alone cannot fight a poorly designed life. Structure always wins, and once the structure changes, something interesting happens. The important work finally has space to exist. Not every day, not perfectly, but consistently enough to move forward. Slowly, quietly. Because the real problem was never intelligence, it was simply this: a life that became very good at staying comfortable, but not very good at moving forward. If this perspective made you pause and reflect, consider subscribing for more calm, thoughtful ideas like this. Sometimes clarity begins with noticing the patterns we rarely question. But there is another layer to this problem, one that most people never notice. Because modern life has quietly changed how progress feels. 100 years ago, progress was visible. If someone wanted a better life, they had to build something tangible. A farm, a small business, a craft,